What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like a former Chicago Bulls player is on his way to go and play internationally, ladies and gentlemen, and his name is Talen Horton-Tucker. Now, at the end of the day, you could make this a video with different complexing opinions in the sense of, well, if he's gone to the international stage this early in his career, you could consider him a failure in the NBA sense, or you could even make a case that this is the best move for him money-wise, because he could be getting a little bit more money if he goes to this team. With that being said, let's talk about Talen Horton-Tucker, where his next destination may be in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know what you guys think about Talen Horton-Tucker and his move to Fenerbahçe, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, he's going international and he could be signing for Fenerbahçe. Now, I obviously know Fenerbahçe from a soccer point of view. I don't exactly know Fenerbahçe and how good they are in terms of the basketball scene, but we do know that the main basketball scene is starting to become more global. So I feel like the European scene is just getting bigger and bigger, and it's not just Europe. Teams like, countries like Australia it's getting bigger and bigger in terms of the basketball sense as well. So I think it makes sense that some players that maybe don't necessarily find their way in the NBA does go abroad, does go to the European scene and makes the name for themselves there. It's always an opportunity to get meaningful minutes, and that is something Talen Horton-Tucker has struggled with for a while in the NBA. I think he's 24 years old, and for a lot of his time in the NBA, he had a good spurt with the Lakers, and he had good minutes there. He played really, really well. He even won a championship. So you could consider his NBA career success because he's got a championship, and he was a part of it. He was a vocal point in that championship as well. But also, you got to consider he struggled with minutes. He hasn't really found a home in the NBA. We thought it could be with the Bulls. It didn't turn out to be with the Bulls. We thought it would be with, I think it was Utah. He played for Utah for a little bit, and it wasn't with the Jazz. So at the end of the day, this is a chance to get consistent, meaningful minutes in a country that obviously is in a growing fan base with basketball, getting paid money to do what you love, and to get away from the complexity of the NBA. I think the worst part about the NBA is when you're considered the journeyman of the league, where you're someone like Dennis Schroeder, for example, or I forgot his name. He used to play for the Bulls. Garrett Temple. That's the one. I think maybe some people can handle it, but I feel like if you're in the NBA, you want a consistent home. You want a place to call home for 3, 4, 5 years without the fear of having to travel to the next destination and maybe go and move your entire life to this new place every single season. Dennis Schroeder got traded 3 times in a season. That is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And ultimately, I can understand how players will feel so frustrated at moving their entire life around, playing for these random teams at certain points, and it's annoying. It is completely annoying. With Talen Horton-Tucker, I'm sure he was relatively annoyed with the fact that he was moving from team to team without finding a consistent place to call home. Or at least now, if he goes to Fenerbahçe, he can find some consistent minutes, at least have a year of a consistent place to call home, and if he does well enough, the NBA could be calling his name again. We know he's a talented scorer. Always been a talented scorer. Guy could drive to the rim at will. He can shoot the 3 ball very, very well. But I think there has to be a little bit more to his game that we just need to see. And maybe Fenerbahçe could be the place where he could show that, where he could show he can play make a little bit. Maybe it's defensively. Whatever the case may be, this is his chance to show it. So, look, you can make the argument. Did Talen Horton-Tucker fail in the NBA? Or did he succeed? Because at the end of the day, he's a champion. But also, at 24 years of age, he's out of the league. So I guess that's a question we can all talk about in relation to the debate of things. But before I go, I would like to obviously wish Talen Horton-Tucker nothing but the best. I'm sure there could be another chance someday for him in the NBA. I don't know how significant of a chance it will be, but maybe there will be another chance for him at the NBA level. But for now, go to Fenerbahçe, enjoy your time overseas, go and experience a new country, have fun with it as well. Enjoy being in a new country. Some people don't get the luxury to go and travel the world and go and travel to different countries and experience their scenery. And it's getting to the point now where it's getting less and less likely that people will be able to do that because of the cost of living crisis everywhere. So go and do your thing, Talen Horton-Tucker. Enjoy life, and good luck with Fenerbahçe. Thank you for the time here with the Chicago Bulls as well. Wish you nothing but the best. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.